Hello, I'm Anton Starsky. In this video I'm going to tell you about anti-spin Django. It's 1 and 5 mm by Dr. Neubauer. I tried it on off-minus blade. Django is an anti-spin with the grip. It's not frictionless rubber, which only reverses the spin. There is noticeable friction, like with low grip medium pips. For your information, medium pips has slighter grip than short pips. Short pips has slighter grip than pips in rubbers. Speaking about friction level, Django is like other good anti-spin super stop. The choosing of such a rubber means you are going to play not only passively. If not, joke's on you. You may attack with drive, flat hit and even top spin. The rubber is very slow. The sponge doesn't speed up the ball. It alternatively slows it down. Still, the game near the table and from the table is preferably active. In drive you may slowly direct the ball in some uncomfortable for an opponent place. Django provides a lot of comfort for it. If the ball allows, you may power attack with drive or flat hit. Though the rubber is very slow, you may speed up the ball with simultaneous move of the shoulder, forearm and hand. You may play top spin either, it will be slow, with little spin. More likely when the ball will hit the table. There will be no spin ball for the opponent. But the trajectory will be shorter than in drive. So consider playing top spin. For example, in taking the serve, when the ball is lower than the net, the ball will lower not because of the underspin, but because of the floating. It's comfortable to push and chop with this rubber. The angle of the blade should be like with ordinary pippin. You should move your forearm forward a lot to give it energy. Otherwise, the ball will fall in the net. At first it may seem unusual and uncomfortable, but it's only a matter of habit. I wouldn't recommend to play poor defense with Django. Like with any other anti-spin, pips give much more opportunities in poor defense. Anti-spins are for near table zone game, but still you may defend effectively with Django. One skilled player, Alexander Zakabluk, plays in such a way. He plays with Django 2.0 mm, blocks. Like with any other moves, Django provides maximum control. Incoming energy dampens very much. Incoming spin is ignored, so in return opponent receives float ball. If to compare to block with long pips, it's easy to hit the table with Django and direct the ball into the desirable point. But on the whole, the ball in passive play will be more difficult for an opponent with long pips due to more varied spins from long pips in block, and also due to the speed. It stands to reason pushes and drop shots with this anti-spin are comfortable either. This rubber is for active tactical game. So you need to both block and drop shot and anything to tangle an opponent and allow you smashing. In the end, I want to warn you, this rubber can't play itself as any other anti-spin. At not high game level, opponents may get confused, mistake and get angry. Unlike those who can play serious loops, there is some disruption, but it's slighter comparing to pips. So you should rely on your aggressive game, not disruption. Generally, the ball from Django will be no spin or some spin. Opponents with more experience will get it and will play more confidently. So choosing such a rubber, try to play aggressively, gain the initiative and press down an opponent. Such anti-spin are meant to aggressive game. Let's conclude. Django in an anti-spin with some grip, like Super Stop by Zauer and Roger. These rubbers are similar. The main difference is the way. Django is 1.5 mm, cut to 160 to 158 mm, weighs 28 grams. Superstop is almost weightless. It weighs like long pips without a sponge. I didn't weigh it, but if a square of Superstop on sponge 1.9 mm weighs 22 grams, 1.5 mm weighs about 17 grams. You who don't know, the difference on the pedal, about 11 grams, is very much. It affects both feeling and game characteristics. So depending on your needs in racket's weight, you may choose between these two similar antispins. There is also a light difference in hardness. Superstop is soft. Django is a bit harder, half soft. Both rubbers are elastic, as any other pips in rubbers.